Alright, hello there everyone. Welcome to this video. Right now I am showcasing my custom battle damaged Vader. This is a project that I've wanted to do for pretty much years, but I never had what I needed, and I'm still going to add more to him. But so far I'm pretty happy with the results. So this is the Hot Toys or Sideshow Return of the Jedi Vader. And I've always wanted a Sideshow Vader. Sideshow or Hot Toys Vader. And I finally got this one. And I figured it's a great template for, making a custom. And that's what I went along and did. So I'm really happy to finally have done this, and I'm still going to be adding more like weathering. So let's just go through it a bit. So first, got of course the main event, the head. Got a Anakin over there. I can get it to focus a bit. So this was really, really fun to do. The scarring and all the different paint shades. I am using an Alpha Toys Dark Side Anakin head sculpt, by the way. If you have not seen my review on the Alpha Toys 1/6 scale Anakin Skywalker, go ahead and do that. It did pretty well, at least for me. For my channel, it did pretty well, and I'm really happy with the feedback, and I just wanted to do another video, and I'm gonna do more videos on customs in general because I love just, I guess, adding detail to Hot Toys and other toys and doing 3D printing and things like that. And I'm just gonna continue doing this, especially if people like it. So I'm gonna keep adding on to him. Like I said, I have to make the eyes yellow. I have to get really precise in there. I just need a finer tip to do that. But I really like the results so far. So the scarring on the face, the scarring along the head, and I did make sure to make the scarring go all the way back above his head. And there is a scalp at the back. But this head came with rooted hair, so I had to completely shave off the hair, and there's still specks of it left, little fibers, so I have to kind of figure that out. I've had to remove the back of the scalp to kind of get under there, to get under the root system, but it's fine. This is how he's mainly meant to be displayed. He can be displayed without the helmet. I just need to complete the rest of the head for that, but I am going to mainly display him like this. So as you can see, got the little cuts, and I wanted to make this right after Revenge of the Sith. That's why I made him look so burnt. My favorite look for Vader is this. Battle damage, half his face is visible. That's the design I grew up with. All the different variations based on the Force Unleashed Vader, EU Vader comics, and clearly this design is very popular because it's still very prominent, and I'm really into it, and it's even a nostalgic design, so I've always wanted to do something like this. And doing this after Revenge of the Sith, where he's extremely burnt, made sense to me. And having him be battle damaged, in my headcanon, he went on one of his first missions, right? He encountered a Jedi. He's inexperienced. He's still getting used to his limbs. And he was, in result, ultimately cut up and battle damage from that. And that's what I really wanted to capture here. You know, the anger, the inexperience, the damage, the details, the burnt face right after Revenge of the Sith. And I'm gonna keep adding more, like I've said, like to the gloves and everything. Here's the chest plate. It still works. The lights still works. That's pretty cool, but they like flicker a bit. I have to change the batteries Hot Toys and Sideshow batteries, or they dim very fast. They dim and they fade. They don't last very long. I don't use them. But, you know, when I have to. So I'm going to be making more adjustments here as well. So I just found like little pieces I had, and I weathered them more to represent his exposed parts and joints, because how I imagine his arm being, there's more rotating joints, you know, there's more connectors than what we've seen. That's how I imagine it. That's what I wanted to convey. This part right here is also like just a little metallic piece, and his arms and legs do move around with those pieces. Zoom in as much as possible. There's that. And I am a fan of Vader with a collar. I know that might be blasphemy to some, because I know some people hate Vader with a collar, but that's what I was just trying to go for here. So his collar is damaged, right? Like I said, again, I have to add more. It's kind of been a bit of a challenge to get everything sticking, because I had to separate all these pieces. And as fun as that was to do, it kind of makes some complications for how well things attach, but I will work on that more. So before I get around to the back of him, I wanted to make damage as accurate as possible. I'm going to add more weathering, going to add more like singe marks. So got the little, you know, from dents from rocks and from, you could say, blaster fire or anything like that. Maybe rebels helped shoot him around or something like that. And I wanted to really be careful with the placement of the lightsaber cuts to make them pretty accurate. So like this, for example, you got the lightsaber cuts, and in result they cut under his fabric and you know, damage him, expose those leg parts. And I've also added some damage to, even though it might be a bit hard to see, if I can get this to focus properly. There is damage at the top. You can see it's kind of uneven compared to the other one. So there's damage, there's cuts, and the other one, I thought this joint was really, really fitting for like a knee joint to be exposed, and there's just a little extra piece, and you can see the lightsaber cut splitting this in two. So that was fun to make. And then here's just another like kind of close up on the chest piece. I like Vader being really, really damaged. So, yeah. They got little details on the belt. I cut up the robe a bit more over here. I'm trying to make things look as dynamic as possible with all the little cuts and such. And that's been super fun to do. And see, when you put it on, it really, really helps to give it the illusion that it's his limbs, and I think that's really, really cool. I'm really happy with how it's looking. And then there's this, which is a work in progress. I'm trying to make his hand variation for this, so it's damaged. This is stuff, again, I found around my house, and just cut and remolded and just, you know, kind of kit bashed around. Of course, this is still a very, very like early work in progress, but I have like the wiring going through this, and I want to add red, blue, green, and things like that. So I will get back to that. I'm going to add more details to the boots. This is Mando's base, the new Mando. And I want to kind of make this like Mustafar. I want to make this painted. I want to put rocks and things like that. There's that. Let's go around Vader. So the saber is the same. I want to give him a bit of damage on his hilt. More damage on his gloves for sure. So here's how he looks from the side. Again, I wanted to give him like a damaged collar appearance. Got the NECA Donnie over there. And from the back, right, so just like making a custom collar for him and splitting it, you know, trying to make it look dynamic, but like I said, I still have work to do on this. So it's that. And then if we go here, you can see I've added some of the cuts to the cape. It's like the hole. So got the cut to the cape. You could say, oh, that's where Obi-Wan cut him, but you know, whatever Jedi you imagine cut him up this early on in his career. And there's the other larger one. Nice effect over there. And then here we go with that, and just smaller little singes. And what I was saying before about wanting to make it accurate to the placement, oh, this is getting caught. So if we go here to the back, I've even added some damage here. So these are all lined up with the holes, the cuts in the cape to make it, you know, feel realistic, authentic. And I'm gonna maybe add weathering around, because I'm trying to consider every possibility in a fight, right? This part is relatively protected, and we've seen canonically and generally when Vader gets damaged, he doesn't get damaged everywhere necessarily. So I'm just trying to be mindful of that. But I will probably add some light weathering at the back. But you can see some, you know, rocks hit him or saber cuts and things like that, right? So there's that. Let's go back around. And as you can see, I've made his lower piece, like his jaw piece, kind of more loose. I wanted to give him more like a zombie look. I loved how they did that in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, where he looks more like a zombie, and I wanted to kind of give him an not too unhinged jaw appearance. Then if we go around to the side here, if Donnie doesn't get in the way, or I can just rotate Vader, that's also an option. I've added damage to this, so just bring that up a bit. So got that little loose flap here. You can see with the reflection, more cuts and things like that. Some extra damage on his arm, but I'm gonna add more to that. And yeah, that's basically it for this. I just wanted to showcase this in its current stage, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. This is my first real custom figure, I guess. In the past, I've done a bunch of 3D printing, as you can see. I don't know if it'll focus. Maybe I'll just bring it over here. So, you know, I do have a 3D printer. I do sculpt, and I just like to make little fun things like this. This is like a little prototype sculpt Vader, you know, like a little digital maquette. I just wanted to visualize it a bit and just wanted to bring it into the real world, you know, and stuff like that. I'm gonna do more 3D printing as well, and especially for adding more to Vader. And right behind him is a Vader Obi-Wan Kenobi costume that I am currently working on. Again, I've also been planning that for a long time, years. So putting that together, I'm close to completion, but I have to make some scale adjustments, and I have to obviously finish I have to paint the shoulder armor. And yeah, that's basically it for this. My other custom I am currently working on is the quarter scale Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises Batman from Sideshow. Basically, I'm changing the cape. I'm giving it layers. I'm adding wiring to the cape, both the main layer and the bottom layer. I am resculpting his mouth so it doesn't look as derpy, and I'm giving him little scratches and blood on his mouth where he kind of looks angry. I damaged his helmet a bit and his suit, give it more weathering, and I will showcase that when it is done. I just started on it, but I'm really happy with how the cape turned out so far. It looks really nice when it's layered, so I'm excited to make a video on that when it's ready. And yeah, hope you liked this video. Hope you liked this little amateur custom showcase. I think it looks pretty great in certain lighting, and I'm just going to keep adding more. I want to make the lenses red tint. So yeah, I love doing this. Customizing is comforting, and I'm excited to show more on this channel, just, you know, for fun. And see you guys all next time. All right. Say goodbye, Freddy. Goodbye.